So we're going to be looking at explaining the gender wage gap in STEM fields. Does field sex composition matter? It's an article explored by Catherine Micklemore and Sharon Slazar 2016, and we're going to be critically engaging you with this article through a few key details shaping our other video with as an extension relevant to gender wage gap, pay and employment equity acts, as well as what is being done on a global front with regards to education of this topic. We realize that it is no easy feat to eliminate this problem, and it is something that is ongoing. Today in 2017, gender equality and equitable employment rights still have a long way to go, as explained throughout this article. We do hope everyone has had a chance to read it, and we will bring light to several areas. First of all, we would like to look at this enormous graph here in the middle, and the reason why I say it's enormous is because the data pool is a collection of nearly 35 years, and it's relevant to all men and women graduating within STEM bachelor's degrees and working within the STEM occupation fields greater than a full-time work week. So those that have graduated and actually entered into employment. And what we're seeing is, if you look at the bottom line there, which is very faded, the pink at the bottom, that's the engineering field. So it shows that women are entering the professions, they are majoring in these fields and somewhat working in them. And the baby blue line there, which shows a dip and actually shows a kind of a fall off, is the computer science. So those two, the computer science is the T within STEM, an extension of the S, but it is the T. It's the technology of the computer, of the science. And the pink at the bottom of the engineering is the E. So the middle of the STEM, the T and the E, is where we're noticing a problem with respect to women in the workforce. And it's not so much a problem as women graduating with the equivalent degree, as we're going to see here. So the computer science and engineering fields make up nearly 75% of the STEM workforce as a whole. Women working within the life sciences make up nearly 50% of that field, which we found to be interesting because life sciences, which is relevant to botany, biology, microbiology, ecology, living organisms, anything that regards relationships with environments, a lot of those majors seem to cross over into becoming educators, or they also fall into the field of education. So we found it interesting that nearly 50% of that field is made up, in fact, by women. What is troubling is the fact that nearly 30% of all computer science majors are women. Unfortunately, the statistic is less than 20% of that workforce, less than 20% of the computer science workforce is made up of women. So nearly 80%, one in five workers is women, when nearly a third of the entire graduating population in that field is a woman. So there's definitely some controversy and some problems there. We also notice that there is a strong emphasis on this article about earnings, which emphasize why we have such an extensive look in our following video about gender wage gap. So a white man earns $1 for every 76 cents earned by everybody else, and everybody else is classed as Black, Asian, Hispanic, men and women. It's looking at everybody, and which is one reason why, again, we like this article so much. It also shows that white women earn 4 cents less than the man within the computer science fields, and within the physical science fields they earn considerably less as well, at 82 cents for every dollar a white man earns. On the other end of the spectrum, black women actually earn over 30% higher wages than black men within equivalent STEM workforce fields, equivalent roles. So one thing that the article does conclude, and it's going to drive the rest of our presentation forward here, is that there is an increase of presence of women in STEM jobs and within leading roles, specific in corporate sector, but it hasn't increased and it hasn't caught up to where they thought it would, and they're hoping that these trends with respect to the computer science fall off is not something that is going to impact the future generations of women in higher roles. In many cases, though, the women are out of these roles, and we are going to go into more detail about this, because of the dynamics of the workforce. So women do go back home to take care of the children, to raise a family, to have children, and when they go back to do that, men are building networks, they are driving those professions and those companies forward, and because of that, they have opportunities and initiatives that are afforded to them because of the opportunity to continue to work. So it is something that is, the data is there, and it is apparent, and it is something we're going to be speaking about more more. We would like at this time to move you into the next portion of our video, which looks to further connect this video and critically examine some of the information found with respect to what happened overseas over the weekend in European Parliament, as well as an extensive look at the gender wage gap and STEM jobs as a whole. Thank you very much, and we look forward to you returning to the website and clicking over now.